I know we're joined by Seth now. Seth, welcome. Good to have you.
Hey.
Just talking about some of the fun Oval Office coverage we've been getting, this hard-hitting news here. You know, one of the other things the media has been quibbling about is this button, this secret button in the drawer, which calls the steward that sits in one of the offices. Obviously, Trump used it often to get a Diet Coke or a Coke. You know, and it's been used for many presidents before. This is not new. It's not like President Trump put it in there so that he could get Diet Coke, but the media makes it seem like it was just installed for him. And now Biden's not going to use it at all. And they've been writing these stories. Maybe he would get, you know, ice cream or something with it. But it's so silly they don't add the context to it, Seth.
Well, that's this whole thing. And listen, I was hearing what everybody was saying ahead of time. Sean, I got to think that you would have maybe enjoyed the puff pieces, but because that's not where it ends. I don't even know if you watched Inauguration Night, but this was this great night of grandiose. We have this first family that's fantastic and amazing, and everyone in Hollywood came out to celebrate life again. And it was just, it was so insincere to watch that. And I was wondering, where were those pieces on the Trump family? If we're going to laud and appreciate the Oval Office and the person that's occupying it, we need to do that across the board, but we're not doing it, and it's not likely we're going to see that happen anytime over the next 4 years.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just a double standard that is clearly blatant in our face, guys. It'll be interesting to see if they do add context to some of these things, Derek. We just have about 30 seconds left.
No.
All right, let's leave it out.
Well, Sean gyrating up there from side to side is the indication. No, they will not. This is who they are. This is what they've wanted. Joe Biden came out today and said there's not going to be anything we can do about the virus for the next few months. It's not going to get any better. It's going to continue to get worse. He literally ran on, I have a plan to make it better almost immediately. His plan to this point is let what the Trump administration put in place play out because it's working. We're going to inoculate 1 million people or 100 million people in 100 days. Well, we're doing 1 million people now. Up your game, Joe. Come on, man, is the response. We should do a count of come on mans because it's going to be through the roof.
I could play a game with it. All right, well, speaking of games, the company quiz is next. Guys, stick around. We'll be right back.
All right, it's Friday, and if you've been watching for a while, you know what that means. It's time for our company quiz. We do, however, have a ton of new viewers, so let me walk through how this works. I take stories making headlines in the news and ask related trivia questions. Here back with us to play is author and analyst Seth Denson and current reigning quiz champion, going for 3 in a row for the second time in the history of Spicer & Company, Derek Hunter.
Who was the first, Sean?
Complaining already?
This would be 4 in a row. This would be 4 in a row.
I think I've got 4 in a row, so Derek, it's on, buddy.
And I wasn't on consecutive weeks.
Listen,
we need a recount coming at you.
All right, you know what? Enough of the recounts. I've had enough.
Let the lawyers say
I'm just kidding, guys. All right, listen. I know. All right, let's start off. Question 1. President Trump left a letter for President Biden, as many presidents have done before him. Who was the first president to leave a note for their successor, usually something that can be found on the Resolute desk in the Oval Office? A, Ronald Reagan, B, Gerald Ford, C, Lyndon B. Johnson, or D, Jimmy Carter? Let's get those letters up. All right, that's right, Seth Denson, hitting it off the chart, which I like to see right there. It was Ronald Reagan. His vice president, George H.W. Bush, as you know, succeeded him. And before leaving the office, Reagan wrote on a note on some stationery showing a cartoon elephant covered in turkeys with the caption, "Don't let the turkeys get you down." All right, I like this.
Drawing, nice.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that counts, technically. It involves... It's involved now. They actually use a little longer words and actually say something sentimental. Question 2. Since 1937, the National Cathedral in Washington, D.C. has hosted many national prayer breakfasts. The cathedral also hosted a virtual prayer service after this year's inauguration. The National Cathedrals had many gargoyles, but one of them is actually a famous character. Which character adorns this iconic building? A, Fred Flintstone, B, Batman, C, Darth Vader, or D, the Smurfs Gargamel?
This is jaw-dropping for me that it's any of these.
Well,
Obviously,
that's why it's such a great question. Give me a letter, Lindsay. Oh my gosh. Well, it may be jaw-dropping, but all three of you got it right. Yeah, no kidding. It's Darth Vader. In the 1980s, while the cathedral's 2 west towers were under construction, the cathedral held a design carving competition for children, and the third-place winner submitted a drawing of the infamous villain from Star Wars, Darth Vader. He was carved and placed high upon the northwest tower of the cathedral. Man, I would have never, ever guessed any of them. But, you know, lo and behold, there you go.
Wow.
That's right. But now we know. All right, question 3. There's been a lot of talk about the new pets coming into the White House. During an 1825 tour of the United States, French revolutionary hero Marquis de Lafayette, pardon my French, visited the White House with an unusual gift for then-President John Quincy Adams. What animal did he give the president as a gift? A, a llama, B, an alligator, C, a parrot, or D, a raccoon?
Oh, like
Get those letters up, guys.
I feel like it's one of these.
Thinking. I'm going to go with this one.
Come on, this is not tough. These are the easy ones. These questions, by the way, are tougher than the press corps gave Jen Psaki. I mean, this is unbelievable. But
that's a low bar.
The 2 gentlemen are correct. It was an alligator. That's right. Adams decided to put the alligator in a bathtub in an unfinished East Room of the White House. And according to White House legend, he would freak out unsuspecting visitors on tours of the residence by showing them into the room with the alligator. Fun fact, by the way, Herbert Hoover also had an alligator as a pet into it. So that's good.
Pretty creepy.
Huh?
It's pretty creepy. Like, he shows you the alligator. We're like, no, peace out.
Yeah. Just so I'm correct, I was looking at the gentleman, both of you got that right, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it too. Yeah.
Okay, that's right. All right, so Steph is... Okay. Lindsay, trying to steal a point, that's not very nice of you.
Sorry.
You know.
I catch up somehow.
All right, Seth. All right. Yeah. We are 4 questions in, Seth Denson with a 1-question lead. On the show this week, we've had many conversations about the principles this country was founded on and the people who are responsible for shaping our nation. We refer to them as our founding fathers. But that phrase wasn't around, obviously, during their lifetimes. Who was the first person to publicly use the phrase founding fathers? Was it A, Woodrow Wilson, B, Ernest Hemingway, C, Warren G. Harding, or D, George Orwell? Get those letters up.
Yeah.
Give me some letters, folks. Oh, wow. Tying it up. That's right. It was Warren G. Harding, the soon-to-be president, used that term in a 1916 speech. All right, gentlemen, you are going into this 5th question tied. This is a big deal. This is, I got to admit, I'm kind of rooting for Seth here because I don't like the idea of someone going 4 in a row. It gets us into a new area I'm not ready for. All right.
I'm rooting for you too, Seth. I mean, that covers me if I lose.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Speaking of the founding fathers, speaking of those founding fathers, though, which one of our founding fathers is in the International Swimming Hall of Fame? Is it A, Benjamin Franklin, B, Alexander Hamilton, C, Samuel Adams, or D, John Hancock?
Whoa.
Yeah. Again, I think every one of these questions was harder than any one of them that the press secretary got at their first briefing, but maybe I'm just biased. All 3 of you are absolutely right. Yeah, it was Ben Franklin. While living in England in the 1760s, he displayed an impressive array of swimming strokes during a dip in the Thames River. That's right. All right, I didn't want to have to do this, but we're going to the tiebreaker. Gentlemen, are you ready? Speaking of our founding fathers, how many people signed the Declaration of Independence? Well, then you automatically lose. How many people signed the Declaration of Independence? Lindsay, just for fun, give me a number.
13.
Lindsay, how many?
13.
Okay. Seth?
I actually think it's 27.
50?
Seth, give me a number.
50.
Derek?
57.
You can't say the same number.
I'm slowballing this.
I said 57.
Derek, I'm sorry, I didn't hear your number. How many?
57. 5-7.
Oh, here's the deal. Derek is closer, but we've always used Price is Right rules. Seth Denson guessing 50 is correct. The correct answer is 56. He did it. Using our Price is Right rules, he is the new champion. Gentlemen, thank you very much for being here. Have a great weekend. Lindsay and I will be right back. Hey, this is Spicer.